Okay guys, I'm going to do the part 2 to my vlog about bullying and suicide. If you haven't seen the first part, just go to my channel and it says my vlog, bullying and suicide. Okay, well, here's the rest of it. So when my family all went to Calico County to go eat, I was left alone and I was thinking about everything that's happened, everything everybody said to me, and just what I thought I deserved. And my mom watched a lot of, like, Dateline and all that crap, so I could, like, basically kill someone with a paperclip and get away with it. So what I did was I went into our garage and I looked for the most dangerous thing I could find. And at this point I had already had my wrists all scratched and it's pretty much ripped up. I mean, it was pathetic, really. So, and that wasn't doing anything. I was getting so tired of doing that. I would just do it whenever I wanted to feel something because I had become, like, so numb. So that wasn't working anymore. So I went into the garage and I was looking for the most dangerous thing I could find. And I saw a bottle of antifreeze. And I had seen a episode of some kind of crime show or something where a woman put antifreeze in her husband's coffee or something like that, and he drank it, and it's a slow thing. It's painful. It makes you have stomach issues. It eats the inside of your stomach. You throw up, and it eats your liver, and, like, by the end of the day, you're dead. So I figured I deserved something painful, not something quick. So I went inside with the bottle of antifreeze, and I put it in a glass. I stared at it for a long time, just crying and thinking about what would happen if blah blah blah, and I decided that nobody would care because nobody had showed an interest, and nobody seemed like they cared. And I had people telling me that I should just do it anyways because I was no good to the world. It'd be better if I wasn't here. And I believed that. So I drank it. It actually didn't taste that bad. It was kind of sweet, but the smell of it was so strong, and sometimes I still smell it. It's like one of those, like, memory trigger things where, I don't know, but sometimes I just smell it and I get, like, overwhelmed. So I'm lying there, I'm waiting for it to kick in. And it's not really working. So I'm just laying there waiting. Just waiting. And so I decide to talk to my friend. So I call her. And we're on the phone, just chilling, you know. And I started saying goodbye to her. And she was asking me, why do you keep saying goodbye? I'm going to see you tomorrow at school. And I said, no, you won't. She was like, why? Are you not coming to school? And I said, no. And she said, well, why? Are you done with your tests? And I said, no. And she said, are you skipping? And I said, kind of. And she said, well, what's going on? And I said, well, hopefully by tomorrow I'll be dead. And she started crying and she said, what are you talking about? And she knew all the bullying that was going on, but she didn't think that it was that bad. And so I told her what I did. And she hung up on me. And I thought it was because she didn't want to talk to me, because she didn't love me anymore. And then, like, 7 minutes later, the police are at my door. And there's, like, ambulances and everything. And they're all checking me out. And I'm telling them I'm fine. She was lying. So they had me do all kinds of tests. And they saw the antifreeze. So they took me to the hospital. That was when it got hard. Because they called my family. And I don't even know what that was like, getting a phone call like that. But they got to the hospital. My sister wasn't there. My sister was with my grandparents. And my mom's crying, and my dad's not. He's just sitting there. He never cries, but I figured at least maybe that would make him cry. That he was losing his daughter. But no. So they put my sister on the phone because she wanted to talk to me. And all she said was, Ashley, why did you do that? And I couldn't answer her. I just handed the phone to my dad. It's like an easy question, but I couldn't answer it because I didn't know why I did it. So then the doctor comes in and he's talking to my parents. And then he talks to me. He says, Ashley, you're gonna have to drink some of this stuff. And I said, okay, what is it? And he said it was charcoal. And I said, well, why do I need to drink that? And he said that they were gonna have to pump my stomach because the antifreeze was eating at my liver as we were speaking. And so I drank it, and I instantly threw up. And then they put this tube down my throat. And they were suctioning everything out. It was completely disgusting. But they said that my liver was damaged really bad. And they said that they were going to have to life flight me to Arkansas Children's Hospital. I had never been in a helicopter or a plane or anything. I was really scared. And I had no one there with me except 2 nurses. And I was freaking out. So I get in the helicopter and I'm on a gurney and everything, and they have all my stuff hooked up, and they notice that my heart rate's going crazy because I'm super nervous. So they try to talk to me and soothe me and everything, and apparently nobody had told him them that I had drunk the antifreeze on purpose. Because they asked me, they were like, well, what was the antifreeze in? I was like, a bottle, where else would it be? And then I had to explain it to them. And I was really calm when I was telling them. Like, it was like I had no emotion. I don't even know how to explain it. And once I got to Arkansas Children's Hospital, one of the nurses, she was mean to me. And she was saying that I was, like, overreacting, and I shouldn't have done that, which I shouldn't have, and I was overreacting. But she shouldn't say that to a patient who's in there who tried to kill themselves. She was belittling my entire situation, and it made me feel like a giant pile of shit. So I sat there and I cried for a long time. And I was just thinking about everything. And I couldn't sleep. And then the nurse came in and she was talking to us and my family and I. And she said, we're admitting your daughter into a rehabilitation unit. And my mom started crying, like, hysterically. And I didn't know why that was such a bad thing, because that's where people go to get help. So I just went to the bathroom. I said that I had to go pee. So I just sat in there, and I could hear my mom and dad talking to the nurse. And my mom's, like, crying, saying, I don't want my daughter to have to go to rehab. She's only 13. Why does she need to go to rehab? They were saying that it's more of a mental rehabilitation because of the emotional trauma and everything that I've gone through. They would have, like, group therapy, and it'd be good for me. And I was listening from the bathroom, and I wanted to go. I was so excited because I wanted to do that, because I wanted to share my experience with someone that was going through the same thing. But my mom didn't want me to go. But the nurse said that they had no choice, that they had to admit me. So I was there for a week and a half. That was actually nice. But I lost a bunch of weight because the antidepressants they put me on, it made me lose my appetite, so I wasn't eating much anyways. Plus I was a vegetarian. I still am, but I was a vegetarian, and all the meals they had meat in it, so I wouldn't eat anything. I didn't eat for a week and a half, except for like a few grapes. So when I got out, I was 74 pounds. I was little going in anyways. And my mom got mad at the people because she said that they were being irresponsible, which they told me to eat, but I didn't. So yeah, that was kind of my experience. I guess I'll go more into it like some other time, just randomly. I'll share some details. You're not allowed to have spoons, which is strange. But we can go into that later. But bye for now, guys. Give me a topic or something to talk about, and I'll rant about it for hours. Bye, guys.